You sit at the kitchen table after work. The apartment is quiet. Only the refrigerator hums in the corner. Your phone is face down on the table. You know you should look at it. You know you should open the banking app. You know you should see the number there. But you don't move yet. You just sit. The kitchen light is too bright. You think about getting up to dim it, but you stay where you are. Your partner will be home in 20 minutes. You can hear the clock ticking from the living room. Outside, someone is walking a dog. You hear the jingle of the collar. Then nothing. You pick up your phone. The screen lights up. You see the time. You see the weather. You see the little app icons in their rows. The banking app is there in the corner. You moved it there months ago. You hoped you would forget about it. You didn't forget. You think about it most days. You just don't open it. Today you open it. The app loads slowly. There is a white screen, then the logo. Then finally the numbers appear. Checking account. You look at the balance. It is lower than you hoped, but not as bad as you feared. You close the app. Your chest feels tight. You set the phone down again. You hear your partner's key in the lock. The door opens. They come inside. They set down their bag. They take off their shoes. You hear the familiar sounds of them moving through the rooms. They appear in the kitchen doorway. "How was your day?" they ask. "Fine," you say. "Yours?" "Long," they say. They open the refrigerator. They stand there looking inside. You watch them. You think about saying something. You think about mentioning the bank account. You think about the number you just saw. You think about the way money seems to disappear faster than either of you can explain. But you don't say anything yet. They close the refrigerator without taking anything. They lean against the counter. You notice they look tired. Not just today tired. The kind of tired that has been building for weeks. You wonder if you look the same way to them. "We should talk," you say quietly. They look at you. "About what?" "Money," you say. The word feels heavy in the air between you. They are quiet for a moment. Then they nod. They pull out the chair across from you. They sit down. Neither of you speaks right away. The refrigerator hums. The clock ticks. You can hear your own breathing. "I looked at the account," you say. "Just now. And we are okay," you say. "But barely. And I don't know where it all goes." They nod slowly. They look down at their hands on the table. "I know," they say. "I have been avoiding looking too." You both sit there. The admission hangs between you. You have both been avoiding this. For months. Maybe longer. You have been moving through your days spending money without really tracking it. Hoping it would somehow work out. Knowing it wouldn't. The first conversation does not go well. You try to talk about groceries. They mention dining out. You feel yourself getting defensive. They sound defensive too. Voices get a little sharper. Sentences get shorter. Within 10 minutes, the kitchen feels smaller. The air feels thicker. You stand up. "I need some air," you say. They don't argue. They just nod. You walk to the bedroom. You close the door gently. You sit on the edge of the bed. Your hands are shaking slightly. You hate this feeling. You hate that talking about money makes you feel like this. You sit there for a long time. The room is dim. The curtains are half closed. You can see dust floating in the stripe of light coming through the window. You watch it for a while. You let your breathing slow down. Eventually, you hear them moving around in the kitchen. Water running. The soft clatter of dishes. Normal sounds. Safe sounds. When you come back out, they are sitting on the couch. They look up at you. You sit down next to them. Not too close, but close enough. I'm sorry, you say. Me too, they say. This is hard. Yes, you say. You both sit there. The television is off. The apartment is quiet again. Outside, the sky is turning darker. You can see the streetlights starting to come on through the window. Maybe we should try again, they say after a while. But different. How? I don't know, they say. Not like tonight. No blame. Just looking at it together. You nod. That sounds better, you say. But you are not sure if you can actually do it. The next few weeks pass slowly. You both check the account separately. You both still feel that tightness in your chest when you see the numbers. But neither of you brings it up again right away. You need time to think about how to do this differently. One Saturday morning, you wake up before them. The apartment is very quiet. You lie there looking at the ceiling. Light is coming through the curtains in soft bars. You think about money. You think about the way it makes you feel small and ashamed and angry all at once. You think about your parents never talking about it. The silence in your house growing up whenever bills came. The way money was treated like something shameful. Something you didn't mention. You get up quietly. You make coffee. You sit at the kitchen table with your phone. You open the banking app again. This time you don't just look at the balance. You scroll down. You see the transactions from the past week. Groceries, gas, coffee shop, drugstore, takeout, more takeout. Groceries again. You just look at it. You don't judge it. You don't try to fix it. You just notice. You hear them getting up. Water running in the bathroom. The bedroom door opening. They come into the kitchen, still in their pajamas. Hair messy. Morning, they say. Morning, you say. I made coffee. They pour a cup. They sit down across from you. They notice your phone on the table. The banking app still open. Looking at it, they ask. Yeah, you say. Just noticing where things went this week. They are quiet. They sip their coffee. Can I see? They ask. You slide the phone across the table. They scroll through the list. They don't say anything for a while. Then they slide it back to you. A lot of takeout, they say. Their voice is neutral. Not angry. Not defensive. Just noticing. Yeah, you say. We were both tired this week. They nod. We were, they say. You both sit there, drinking coffee. The morning light is getting brighter. You can hear birds outside. The moment feels different from that night in the kitchen weeks ago. Calmer. Less sharp. Maybe we could try looking at it together, you say. Once a week or something. Just to see where we are. Not to fix everything right away. Just to know. They think about this. Once a week might feel like a lot, they say. Maybe once a month? Okay, you say. Once a month. That first month passes. You both forget about the plan for a while. Life continues. Work continues. Bills get paid automatically. Groceries get bought. Money comes in and goes out. You still feel that tightness sometimes when you check the account. But it is a little less intense. You are looking at it more often now. Not every day, but a few times a week. Just opening it, glancing at the number, closing it again. You are getting used to seeing it. One evening near the end of the month, they come home with groceries. You help put things away. The refrigerator is fuller than usual. You notice they bought ingredients for actual meals. Not just quick things. I thought we could cook more this week, they say. Save some money on takeout. Good idea, you say. You feel something shift slightly. They are thinking about it too. You are not alone in this. That weekend, you both sit down with coffee again. It has been a month since you made the plan. You bring up the banking app. You look at the balance together. It is about the same as last month. Maybe a tiny bit higher. Not worse, they say. Not worse, you agree. You scroll through the transactions together. You notice the pattern. First week of the month, lots of spending. Groceries, household things, a few meals out. Middle of the month, less spending. Last week, more takeout again when paychecks were coming. We spend more at the end of the month, you say. When we know money is coming, they say, like we loosen up. You both sit with that observation. You are not trying to change it yet. You are just noticing it. The pattern is there. Now you can see it. The conversation lasts maybe 15 minutes. Then you close the app. You move on with your day. You go for a walk together. The weather is nice. You don't talk about money the whole walk. You talk about other things. Normal things. The walk feels good. Months pass this way. Some months you remember to check in together. Some months you forget. When you forget, one of you usually remembers a week or two late. And you do it then. It is not perfect. But it is happening more than it used to. Which was never. You start to notice other things. You notice that you pause before buying coffee sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. You think, do I really want this? Or am I just buying it because I am walking past the shop? Sometimes you still buy it. Sometimes you keep walking. They start bringing lunch to work more often. Not every day, maybe 3 times a week. You notice the grocery bills are a little higher, but the takeout is less. The total is about the same, but the pattern is shifting. One Saturday afternoon, you are both on the couch. They are reading. You are looking at your phone. You open the banking app without really thinking about it. You see the balance. It is higher than usual. Not by much. Maybe a couple $100, but higher. Hey, you say, look at this. They lean over. They look at the screen. Oh, they say, we have a little cushion. You both sit there looking at it. The number is not huge. It is not life-changing, but it is there. A small buffer. Room to breathe. Should we move it somewhere, you ask? So we don't spend it? They think about this. Maybe, they say, like a separate account, just for emergencies? Yeah, you say. You remember reading about that once. An emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up. The number seemed impossible then. It still seems impossible. But maybe you could start. Maybe you could save $500 first. Then $1,000. Let's try it, they say. The next week, you open a savings account online. It takes 10 minutes. You transfer $200 into it. The number in your checking account drops back down. You feel a small flutter of anxiety seeing it lower again. But you also feel something else. Intentionality. You chose to move that money. It is still yours. Just in a different place. You set up an automatic transfer. $20 every week. You read that somewhere. Start small. Be consistent. $20 feels small enough not to hurt. You hope. The first few weeks, you check the savings account often. You watch the number go up slowly. 220, 240, 260. It feels painfully slow. You wonder if this is even worth it. $20 a week means it will take a whole year to save $1,000. A year feels like forever. But you keep going. Then 1 month, your car needs new tires. The mechanic says $400. Your stomach drops. You and your partner sit in the waiting room looking at each other. $400. You don't have it in checking. Not without making things very tight. We have the savings, they say quietly. You think about this. The savings account has $300 in it now. Almost 4 months of transfers. You were trying to save it for emergencies. But are tires an emergency? You need them to get to work. If you don't get them now, it will be worse later. Okay, you say. We use it. You transfer $300 from savings. You pay the rest from checking. The car is fixed. You drive home. The ride is smooth and quiet on the new tires. But you feel disappointed. You worked so hard to save that money. Now it is gone. That night, you sit on the couch feeling defeated. Your partner sits next to you. We are back to zero, you say. Almost, they say. We still have the automatic transfer. It will build back up. You don't say anything. You just feel tired. But imagine if we didn't have it, they say. We would have had to put it on a credit card or cancel something else. This is exactly why we were saving it. You think about this. They are right. You used the money for exactly what it was supposed to be for. An unexpected expense. A real emergency. And you didn't go into debt. You didn't panic. You had the money. It worked. Okay, you say quietly. Okay. We start again. They squeeze your hand. We start again, they say. The weeks continue. The automatic transfer keeps happening. $20 every week. You stop checking the savings account as often. You know it is growing. Slowly, but growing. Your monthly check-ins with your partner become more natural. You stop dreading them. Sometimes you even look forward to them. Not in an excited way, just in a calm way. It feels good to know where you are, to look at it together, to not hide. 6 months after you use the savings for tires, you check the balance. It is back to $300, then $400, then $500. You pass the amount you lost. You kept going. You tell your partner. They smile. That is good, they say. Really good. You feel proud. Not in a big way, just quietly proud. More time passes. Seasons change. You and your partner keep having your monthly conversations. Some months there are harder discussions. You disagree about whether to buy something. They want new furniture. You want to save more. You talk about it. Sometimes the conversation gets tense, but you don't shut down anymore. You don't avoid it. You work through it. You learn that you can disagree about money without it meaning something is wrong with your relationship. You can want different things and still figure it out together. This realization comes slowly. There is no single moment, just a gradual understanding that builds over many conversations. One evening, you are making dinner together. They are chopping vegetables. You are stirring a pot on the stove. The kitchen smells good. Garlic and onions. You are both quiet, just working in the familiar rhythm of making food together. I checked the savings today, they say casually. Yeah, you say. We are at 900, they say. You stop stirring for a second. 900. Almost 1,000. You have been doing this for more than a year now. The transfers, the monthly check-ins, the small adjustments, cooking at home more, pausing before buying things you don't need. That is good, you say. It is, they say. You both go back to cooking. The moment passes, but it stays with you. $900. Not enough to solve every problem. Not enough to feel completely secure, but enough to breathe a little easier. enough to know that if something happens, you have a cushion. Later that night, after dinner, you are both reading on the couch. Your mind wanders. You think about where you were a year and a half ago, sitting at the kitchen table, afraid to look at the bank account, fighting about money, feeling ashamed and defensive and stuck. You are not rich now. You are not debt-free. You are not financially independent. You still work jobs you don't love. You still worry sometimes about making rent. You still have months where the numbers are tight. But you can talk about it now. You and your partner can sit down and look at the money together without it turning into a fight. You can say this month was hard, or this month was better. You can notice patterns. You can make small adjustments. You can disagree and still be kind. That is the real change, not the $900 in savings. Though that helps, the real change is the safety you feel with each other, the ability to be honest, the knowledge that you are working on this together, not against each other. You look over at your partner. They are focused on their book. The lamp makes a soft circle of light around them. You feel grateful, not in a dramatic way, just a quiet, steady gratitude. You go back to your own book. The apartment is warm. Outside, you can hear the faint sounds of traffic. Someone walking by on the sidewalk. Life continuing all around you. You think about the future, not in a planning way, just in a wondering way. You know there will be more unexpected expenses, more tight months, more conversations that feel uncomfortable. But you also know you will handle them. Maybe not perfectly, but together. That is enough. The next morning is Sunday. You wake up slowly. Light is coming through the curtains. Your partner is still asleep next to you. You lie there for a while, just being still. Your mind is quiet, not empty, but calm. You think about checking the bank account, but you don't feel the need to do it right now. You will look at it later, or tomorrow, or next week during your monthly check-in. Whenever you look at it, the number will be what it is. You will see it, acknowledge it, and move forward. You don't feel afraid of it anymore. You get up carefully, trying not to wake them. You go to the kitchen and make coffee. The ritual is soothing. The smell, the sound of the water heating. The first sip while standing at the counter looking out the window. You think about the word budget. You and your partner never made a formal budget. You never tracked every expense in a spreadsheet. You never used any apps or systems or envelopes. You just started paying attention. You started talking. You started being gentle with each other and with yourselves. That was enough to make things shift. You hear them stirring in the bedroom. A few minutes later, they appear, still in pajamas, hair messy. They smile at you. Morning, they say. Morning, you say. Coffee? Please, they say. You pour them a cup. You both sit at the kitchen table. The same table where you had that first hard conversation. The same table where you have had dozens of conversations since then. Some easy, some difficult, all necessary. What should we do today, they ask. You think about it. Maybe a walk, you say. The weather is supposed to be nice. That sounds good, they say. You both sit there drinking coffee, not talking much, just being together in the quiet morning. This is your life now. Not perfect, not solved, but workable, manageable. Okay, the savings account will keep growing. $20 at a time. Some months you might need to use some of it. That is fine. You will build it back up. You have learned that it is not about perfection. It is about persistence. Small steps. Staying consistent even when it feels slow. You have learned that you can handle setbacks without giving up entirely. That one mistake doesn't erase all the progress. That being kind to yourself and to each other matters more than following any system perfectly. You finish your coffee. Your partner finishes theirs. You both get up to start the day. Shower. Get dressed. Make breakfast. All the normal rhythms of a Sunday morning. Later you will go for that walk. You will hold hands. You will talk about things that have nothing to do with money. You will stop for coffee. And you will not feel guilty about spending a few dollars on something that makes you happy. You will come home and make dinner. You will watch a movie. You will go to bed. Tomorrow is Monday. Work again. Bills to pay. Life to live. But you feel steady. You feel ready. Not excited. Not inspired. Just steady. And right now, on this quiet Sunday morning, with your partner moving around the apartment and sunshine coming through the windows and coffee still warm in your cup, that feels like enough.